The courtroom in Charlestown came alive today when one of the key witnesses, Pastor Leroy Benjamin, Chief Registration Officer and Supervisor of Elections, took the stand today at 2:10 p.m. Benjamin was introduced by counsel for the respondent side, Anthony Astafan, and questioned heavily by another government side lawyer, attorney at law, Dr. Henry Brown, who put a number of questions to him as it relates to the electoral process, the voter registration process, and the reconfirmation of voters. He was questioned about the annual register of voters, due by January 31st each year, the monthly lists and the revised list, and how they are arrived at, as well as a list for election. When tendered over for cross-examination by senior counsel for the petitioner, Douglas Mendez, concerning his duties and responsibility as Supervisor of Elections and Chief Registration Officer, he was questioned as to how much time he spends executing his duty, and he said not much time was taken up with that duty. At one time, Pastor Benjamin was referred to a paragraph in his affidavit that he swore to, suggesting that he never received any complaints about any irregularities about the register of voters. Senior counsel for the Honorable Mark Brantley then referred Pastor Benjamin to an exhibit letter in which Brantley, as leader of the opposition, wrote a letter to the chairman of the Electoral Commission, Hesketh Benjamin, and copied to the other two members of the Electoral Commission, Myrna Walwyn and William Dorr, and also copied to him, Pastor Benjamin, stating that the Honorable Mark Brantley was concerned that no monthly lists or revised lists were being produced and published with an election fast approaching. Pastor Benjamin was asked if he knew of the letter. He stated yes. He was asked why he didn't respond to such a letter and proceeded to say it was not directed to him. It was put to him by senior counsel Mendez that the letter was addressed to him and the contents of the actions within the letter was under his purview. But Pastor Benjamin insisted he did not see the need to answer the letter. Senior counsel Mendez insisted that since he knew of this letter, he should withdraw the line in his affidavit which stated that he never received any complaints about the register of voters. One of the questions put to him as well was why no monthly list or revised list were being produced. Pastor Benjamin claimed that it was only customary or a practice and not a responsibility enshrined in the law for the electoral office. When asked by senior counsel Mendez if he saw any value in publishing the list so that people could be aware whether their names were removed or not, he hesitated much at first and finally confessed that he did not see the value in publishing the revised or monthly list, which would assist persons in knowing whether their names were on or removed from the list. At this time, an audible gasp spread throughout the courtroom. On that note, the court was adjourned until 9 a.m. on Friday, 20th January 2012. As the Honorable Mark Brantley emerged out of the courthouse, there was a large roar by his supporters who stood on the outside on the busy streets of Charlestown during the afternoon rush hour. We also got some views from a number of persons who stood on the outside of the court.
The registration officer has been an embarrassment, and I knew that the day would come, then we would have to answer all of these questions.
You would be vindicated.
Yes. The registration officer, obviously, the chief registration officer, obviously does not know his functions. Consequently, it will trickle down to those in the office.
Well, I want justice to be served to the people and for the people. And I am looking for a fair and honest decision. Not the one that we had on the 11th of July, 2011.
These are the people we got to talk about that. He had an election. Huh? Douglas will be a share myself. Share myself.
This ongoing election petition case emanated from the results of the St. John's constituency in the July 11, 2011 polls. In that poll, the Honorable Mark Brantley, who ran on the Concerned Citizens Movement CCM ticket, was defeated by Deputy Premier, the Honorable Hensley Daniel, who ran on the Nevis Reformation Party ticket by 14 votes.